Well, the problem was, it's this shirt right here. I like this shirt a lot. I really do. But the problem is when they made this shirt, I'm just merely talking about this, stating this in case you have had this problem happen to you and your shirt and can sympathize with me. That's all I'm going for. That's all I'm going for is the sympathy vote. When the comment there, every time that you laundry this shirt, that corner right down there will go wrong side out. And then now after you go through the dryer with it and you turn it back the way it's supposed to go, it's always got that little piece of lint right down there. Y'all see that? You know what I mean? I don't like that. That's what I was talking about in that last video I did there about them there biscuits. And occasionally I'll get a lottery ticket. You know, not regular, just once in a great while. Get a lottery ticket. And I was thinking if I actually hit that lottery for whatever amount, I would put somebody on my payroll to peel my tomatoes and de-seed them. You know what I mean? I would have a person on my payroll that's all their job would consist of. Lord, don't get me talking about them kind of jobs. But this shirt right here, the problem with it, she said, what kind of shirt you going to wear? I said, I like this shirt. So, I was thinking, you know, it's going to take the time to push the button there. You know, probably ought to look my best. So I did get a clean shirt. And we're going to make gravy. It was gravy. Gravy's going to be the recipe. We're going to make that. I'm going to show you something. Went to the Goodwill today. And I scored this, I think total cost was $2. These, I'm gonna take these tags off. They're brand spanking new. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people has problems with that there Goodwill store. You know what I mean? The concept of the whole thing. I'm not gonna get into that. I really don't care. I really don't care. I just know I got a good buy today. Pot holders. And I know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be, quote, quote, like say a gearhead channel. It's supposed to be a gearhead channel or something like that. And here the dude is talking about pot holders. Well, I'm just going to say that somewhere, somehow in your life there, somehow, somebody's taking care of your pot holders. But I'll throw these in the laundry there and give them a good washing. And I also got this hat right here. I was well pleased to see it. If this was all that I got, oh, I'd be tickled to death. But you know, adding on them pot holders right there, you know what I mean? I don't like tags on my clothes. I'm sure y'all already know that. You know what I mean? Whew. Snip that off, and you know that hat, I think when I wash this hat, I'm going to wash it, it's brand spanking new, but it's quilted in there. Oh, that's a nice hat. Right there's a tag come off in it, wasn't it? It's 100% polyester, made in China. Let's see what size it is. I think it's a lady's hat. It's a size, well, 5/8 cm. You know, whatever that is, you know what I mean. That's it. But, you know, for a couple of bucks, you know, I don't think I went wrong. I think the secret was that everything in the store with a yellow tag on it, I think that yellow tag right there is what got me out of there for just a couple of bucks, you know. But Well, that's going to be a good hat. I'm going to take that off there. You know, I'm not going to have that on there, but I think I might laundry that first and then snip that up. Just the Goodwill. Let's get on with that there. Let's get on with that gravy. Oh yeah. You know, how can you say thanks enough for this? Thank you, man. Well, let's make gravy. Most of the time, as a rule, I make gravy in this pan right here, whatever size that is, you know, it's that one. But I'm gonna make gravy in this one right here today. So, starting from nothing. Let's put some heat on that, down there under past halfway. Homemade gravy to go with them homemade biscuits I made a couple of days ago. Them biscuits is done gone. So we'll make gravy today. And what I got right there in that there glass is I fried some bacon some time ago. And I got that bacon grease down in there as leftover. And that right there, you know what I mean, somebody is going to want to know exactly how much to put in there, you know, and I'm not going to be able to get to that point of exactness. But right there, that's a teaspoon. I'm going to say that's 2 teaspoons of that there, and get it all in there, you know. That's a couple of teaspoons of that there bacon grease. So I believe that's going to be enough. But I'm going to keep this aside. You see me digging out a little bit more there because I think it probably need it. But I've got it right there. I save up that there bacon grease. Pour some sausage grease off in it and you'll be more well pleased with your gravies. Melt that down. And actually, if I could give you a cooking fact that I have found to be true, start your cast iron cooking with a hot pot. If your pot's hot, you'll have success with your breads and gravies in a cast iron skillet. And don't be afraid to try different sizes. You know what I mean? Even smaller than this little thing right here, whatever size that is. Go smaller even. And kind of the way you judge your heat, you on your own, you know. But the way I do it is, okay, see, I've got enough grease there. Actually, I've got a little bit too much, but I'm going to leave it in there. And, well, that's a little bit too much. I'm going to take some of that out of there. Okay, that's more better. To judge your heat, I got it on about, say, a little bit past medium there, about halfway, and you watch your oil right there. Whatever cooking medium you got in there, whether it be water, whatever, but you'll be able to see some rings form on that, and when it does, it's ready to cook about that time. And I can see that's a little bit too hot right there, so I'm gonna cut that down some right there. I think I'll be more happy with this gravy. And this right here is some of that there all-purpose flour. Y'all watch this now. That's that teaspoon yonder, and I got that thing heaped up there, all of that there flour that will oh, I got a little sizzle right there. Oh, that's a good thing. I'm gonna put 2 of them in there because I want this to be pretty on the thick side. Couple spoonfuls of that there flour in there. Double heaping teaspoonfuls, you know. I mean, you can make gravy if you want to out of you can make gravy out of that there cornstarch, they tell me. I wouldn't advise you to do that. But we getting a little brown. Oh, it's going to be a good nutty color right there. Just store that around. Okay, now all we got in there is that there flour and that there oil. And you take your milk and pour it off in that pan right there till it's about almost full. Clean up as you go. Tidy is as tidy does. Now, if you want to, they also tell me that you could make gravy, and I've done it myself. I'm going on up to it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to lie out of it. I have actually made gravy with butter before. You can make a pretty decent butter-based gravy. I don't care for it myself. You know, it's got its flavor. I'm just saying it can be done. But all you're going to do right there is you're going to bring this to a boil, wherever it's at on your dial, on your thing right yonder, on your stove. Once this right here gets to a decent boil, and it's better to heat it up slowly, but you know, don't waste no time on it. You know what I mean? Turn some heat to it, and if your gravy, look here. I'll tell you something. If you're making gravy and it don't turn out to your liking, you know, feed it to your dog. You know what I mean? Feed the dog. I'm just talking about. Anyways, we're going to stir this. We're going to bring this up there to that boil, and we're going to stir it till it gets to the thickness that you want to eat. That's the bottom line. Whatever, how long it takes is how long it takes, you know. Just don't rush it. Yeah, you know, going to be a dozen comments using a metal spoon in a cast iron skillet. You know what I mean? Don't waste the ink. Don't waste the ink. You know what I mean? You know, I've been cooking in cast iron this long right here to know it don't make no difference. You know what I mean? While I was waiting on that there to get a little simmer on it, you see that right there? I done already diced up one of them there tomatoes. I'm going to shove that right off over in there. You want to get them tomatoes in there early on if they're fresh. And you know, I guess you could say them tomatoes right there, they were fresh and they were free. That's one whole tomato just diced up in there. Oh, that's going to be good. I might turn that down a little bit and simmer it just a little bit longer. I think I will. Because it's got a pretty good rolling boil to it right now. I'll describe it to you if you're not getting a full visual on it. And I would beckon I would, in the form of a comment, I would challenge you to the fact that we'll turn that down just a little bit. Y'all look there what I found over there. Let's put some in there. That's about, that's one of them teaspoons that was doubled up on that there. That's that cocoa powder. It's a teaspoon that was doubled up twice. Oh, them tomatoes. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit more there, because you don't want that gravy to get out of that skillet if you can help it. And it will. If you get that too hot, oh, it'll boil over. Plus, it won't be as creamy. We're going for creaminess here. Okay, y'all, yeah, and I got the same thing going right over here. You may have noticed that right there. That's that other skillet over I dumped that powdered cocoa off in there. You know where we're going with this right here. You know, this one right here is the one where I may put a little butter in this pan right here, but I think not. I'm just gonna go with the lard, the bacon grease. 2 cups of flour. Just pour it in there, and 1/4 of a cup of oil. Three-quarters cup of milk, or some amount, to make we're going to make biscuits too. I don't have any, you know, if you got gravy, you surely do need a biscuit. Just get over and roll it out and get it in that oven. If you're going to play in your dough, at least wash your hands. Let's put in this tomato gravy. Let's put some black pepper in there. Not too much. That's enough. Oh, it's gonna be good. Now you know you can feel free to go ahead and throw some meat in here. You know what I mean? Your choice. Over here, this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and put some sugar in that right there. Let's put about, okay, that's just a couple, about 2 big handfuls. Let's make us a nice little square biscuit today. Decent size. .450 degrees for about 10 minutes. We'll see what we got. Just put a little salt in there. Somebody says, what kind of salt do you use? So what kind of salt you using now? Now this right here is that Bojangles salt. About that much right there. Stir that up. We'll turn that down just a little more. Being blessed. It's hot. Homemade biscuits. Kind of bring us up to an update. I've got this on a very low heat. When it came to the consistency that I wanted, then I put it on a low simmer just to soften those tomatoes to the point of just softness, nothing more, especially not mushiness. And this right here is chocolate. That chocolate gravy right there. Yeah, my son John turned me on that chocolate gravy there in a video that he did. So, I don't think this went about it the way that he did, but I think the finished product is, the finished gravy is going to be pretty darn good. The biscuits, if, they're not going to be stuck. Oh, they're not either, again. And biscuits. Okay, and it was in there about 15 minutes. Probably should open one of them up. Hot. Oh, okay, let's go over there and serve these then, because I think it's time for a taste test. Just turn everything off and serve it up. You gonna watch this. You know what? Take this biscuit right here to the state fair. That's all I'm saying. State fair quality. You know, I think I'll just go with the one biscuit. For a serving suggestion, because you can always go back for seconds. But I think for presentation, sometimes, in most cases, less is more when it comes to presenting something. Actually, from the light perspective, I may be in error here, because I have the two larger pieces off to my right, the two thinner slices off to my left, and I seem to have a shadow in that direction. Imagination. But you know, something about this. If it took a few minutes for me to realize, if it took a few minutes for me to realize what I was trying to tell you, then it's the feng shui. You know what I mean? It's the yin yang. Something was not right about this setting right here. Something wasn't right. I was at a loss. and all at once it came to me as plain as could be. And I'm going to lay claim to probably with I was looking at it with artistic eye, to be honest with you. So in order to achieve that, the problem was that when I had that other biscuit down here and down there, like that right there, then this void right here was not the same as that one over there, and it was messing me up in my head. Leave a comment. I'm going to taste test this chocolate gravy first. You know what? I'm gonna go on the thinner one with that gravy. Oh, that looks good, and that's got some of that chocolate smell to it too. I'm gonna put a little extra on there. You know, kind of dribble it off to the front. Chocolate gravy. Let's call this a full meal. Y'all look here. See that gravy there? It's got them tomatoes in there. They still got a little body to it. I'm just going to rake some off. You don't want to make a good amount. I'm not going to bother with spooning it. I'm just going to rake some of it off there. You're going to do it. If you're hesitant about it, just go ahead and rake your gravy off on your biscuit. Accompanied by the hum of my refrigerator. You know, kind of looks like a dinner for two. You know, I tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and enter this in. Just on artistic merits. Just on artistic merits. And I think on the serving board, it would be appropriate to you know make some if you were preparing this at home right there, you know what I mean. If you did this slicing right here as I'm doing it right here now, you know, just follow procedure, whatever page it's on, just whatever the procedure is for that endeavor should be carried through. Basic biscuit recipe. One of those recipes you should have, but just simply because that you bake biscuits almost every day. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try this chocolate first. Okay, to be honest with you, it's pretty darn good. You know what I mean? You want to get a bigger piece every time. You know what I mean? Actually, it's a little cocoa at first, but up to now, it's quite good. Like a cream custard even. Let's try this tomato. Man, that's pretty good. I'm just saying. That's how to make gravy.